welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast, our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Okay, if you had to choose, would you rather take on $10,000 in credit card debt or $100,000 in student loan debt? Here to share why your answer to this question really matters is certified financial planner Gregg Murset. Thanks for joining us, Gregg.
Hi, Hannah. Good to be with you.
So, what's the right answer? Do you have the right answer?
I want to know what you think. What do you think?
I think
those are big numbers.
I think $10K in credit card probably has a high interest rate, and $100K in student loans, you're making an investment hopefully into a future career. So I would think that's the smarter move.
Okay, well, I think 10 times the number is pretty big, and even though that has a higher interest rate on the credit card, I'd probably go with the credit card. Okay, and hopefully you're not under any delirium that somebody's going to wipe out that student debt. I don't think that's happening.
Not for us today, right? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of a trick question. I thought I was going to outsmart the either or.
Good job, almost.
Okay, I have another one that we can present to everybody. Would you rather have put $100 into a savings account or invest $100 in the stock market? I would say stock market has a better likelihood of a payout, but you have to know what you're doing when you're putting that money in.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. Good job. It's definitely somewhere you can earn a better return potentially over time, right? You can also lose money, so you got to be careful. I would also say if it's your last $100, that changes everything.
Sure.
If that's all you've got, don't put it in the stock market, right?
Okay,
Keep it
that
safe.
makes a big difference, which leads us to the next one. Should you learn how to invest yourself or have someone invest for you? I don't know. I mean, that totally depends on the situation as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a certified financial planner myself, so I kind of get this from both sides. And I think what you have to do is you have to learn how to invest good enough that you can either do it yourself or keep people honest, right? You got to know enough that you know what's going on and you can, navigate all of that. And you might simply not have the time or the inclination to do all of that, right? And manage it yourself. Totally fine. It's going to cost you a little more to do that. But if you want somebody else to do it, well, let them do it. And it might help you when that stock market's rocking and rolling and you need a hand to hold, right? Or a little emotional backup when it comes to a long bear market or something. I've seen that happen, and that's pretty important. So kind of both, right?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense as well. Okay, how about this one? Donate your time or donate your money. Gosh, I think people ask this a lot. If you don't feel like you have much cash to spare any given moment, that donating your time can be super valuable as well.
Yeah, so what would you do?
Both?
I'm putting you on the hot seat.
Because I'm such a good person.
So I think you're right. I think both is the definite answer, right? Put your money where your mouth is obviously a good thing. I think back, one of the most important times I ever had with our kids as they were growing up, I packed them all in an RV and we actually took them from Phoenix to New York and back. 10,000 miles, and we actually did chores for people who were in need. And it was expensive because we burned a lot of gas, as you can imagine, but it was also a lot of time, and boy, that stuck. So time and money combined, I think that's the ticket.
Yeah, and you're investing that time not only into the people that you're serving, but into your kids' future as well to make them better, well-rounded adults.
Totally changes the perspective when they're, cleaning somebody's toilet or pulling out some weeds in the backyard or something. They all of a sudden realize that life is bigger than just them, which is kind of a good lesson to learn, right?
There you go. And do you find too that sometimes I think as a lot of us are kind of making bills and things work as best we can, it's best to kind of focus on a certain cause or organization that is close to your heart if you do have a couple of dollars to donate?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really important point. If your kids are involved with this and you're trying to get them to learn philanthropy, let them donate to something that's kind of close to home. Maybe they have a cousin who has autism. Maybe they have an aunt who went through cancer. Whatever the case may be, kind of focus on that so that they can connect the charity with the person that they love. And I think that really makes a big impact.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, our final here of the 5 questions now. This one seems obvious, so I hope that this isn't a trick question. Would you rather eat lunch out every day with friends or make/take lunch from home? Make or take lunch from home, right? That saves you so much money.
Saves you a ton of money. I don't even have any friends to go out to lunch with, so this
Well,
is
there
a
you
very
go.
easy
Problem
question.
solved.
Problem solved for the cheapskate, right? Yeah, so if you think about it, everything's so expensive to go out to lunch. You could easily drop $20, right? And if you dropped $20 going out to eat every day, 5 days a week for a year, that's almost $5,000.
Ouch.
Like you can fund your IRA, you can do lots of stuff with that. You can go on a trip, you can do other things, but really expensive to eat out all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, make it or take it.
Keep your options open. Hey, thank you so much. It was great chatting with you today.
Great to be with you.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.